Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
You have a question on a fire door? Yeah, sure.
I see all of the different options I can choose, and what I'm looking to try to do is to get a blank slab for the fire door so that it can be hung as they need it here.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Okay.
So, okay, stand by.
Okay.
So a fire-rated door, does your door require to be fire-rated?
Yes, it's for our hospital. It's in one of our clinics.
Okay, so what type of hardware would you be planning on hanging this door with?
That I don't know. I work in purchasing. The maintenance department has asked me to try to find one. So if there are some questions I need to ask them, then I can ask them.
Possibly. We'll see. So
okay.
A fire-rated door has limitations over what can be done to it, modifying it, drilling into it, cutting it.
Okay.
When it's a fire door. The bottom line is you could not get a fire-rated door the way you're asking without us knowing absolutely what type of hardware it's being prepped for. And that hardware that it would be prepped for would have to be compliant with a fire-rated door that has no hardware preparations. And the first example of that would be a continuous hinge, because you could surface mount that, and then a exit device that would be a rim-mounted exit device.
Okay.
So so what I'm driving at is there would be substantial technical limitations to what your maintenance team can actually get their hands on. And because you're a hospital, you're obligated to be inspected annually, your fire doors. And whether or not that's currently happening, it will probably be happening in the near future. Any fire door inspector, of which I'm a certified fire door inspector, inspecting that opening, they are going to absolutely catch that you've got a fire door and it was prepped in the field. They're going to see it. Now, having said that, you are completely, if your application can use a continuous geared hinge and a latching hardware that does not require anything but other than screw holes to be drilled into it, you can absolutely have what you want. But if it's going to be butt hinges and a mortise lock, there's no way to get you what you've asked for based on it being technically compliant. I can sell you a door that has no preps and it has a label on it, and what you do to it is up to you. But but putting on my fire door inspector hat, I'm telling you that what's the term? That whatever will come to roost. That hen's going to come to roost. So you'd want to go into it knowingly that you may have a problem. You would have a problem. Plus, also technically, the door's not fire rated at that point. It wasn't tested with field modifications.
Okay.
So sorry to go way over the top with the explanation, but now you know all the information.
Yeah. So basically, if I can get them to get onto your website and fill out all of the options, then they can get the door. They can tell me what they need, and I can get a door ordered.
Yeah, assuming you mean let's get a door made for this existing opening. Whoever is at the opening with a tape measure and a phone should call me so we can record all that, get it priced up, get it ordered, and all that stuff. And also, because whomever needs the door is probably the person who's going to hang the door, is also the person, frankly, has a skill set in that, whereas your skill set is elsewhere. It might be more appropriate for the initial conversation to be with that person in the field who is likely the same person who has to escort the fire door inspector when they come annually. So
yeah. Well, they had a door picked out. It was a 3.0 6'8" birchwood door. That was all I knew.
Yeah, so I was thinking it was a steel door. The fire door has the same limitations to it. They could not, it would not be technically permissible to prep that in the field for hinges and a lock. You know, that's just, you know, I can sell you the door labeled, no hardware prep, and what you do to it is your business, but now you have all the information.
It's likely to come back on us when they come out and check all these doors.
If I looked at the door and I could detect that it wasn't prepped at a licensed machine shop or the manufacturer, yeah, that would be a cause for further scrutiny.
Yeah, that's I'll give them all this information. It's up to them. You know, I just buy the stuff.
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying for sure, but I think every door in our hospital is probably a fire door, and I know no one's ever come and looked at my door.
Yeah, so I mean,
my office.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, code says, you know, whether or not there are fire door assembly fire inspections happening at your facility, you know, it's only been in code for, well, it's been in NFPA 80 for maybe since 2012. Don't quote me, I forgot. It could be 2007. But the last cycle through, like 3 years ago, it became a mandatory requirement. So if the local building code picks up NFPA 80, which of course they always do, it technically becomes code where you are. And a fire marshal coming through, you know, he has that sort of ammunition or, you know, powder in the musket to be able to say, yes, you're not compliant. And, you know, there you go.
Okay. Well, I will pass this information along to them and have them give a call if they.
Yeah, I'm not the fire door police. I make a living selling fire doors. So, you know, let me know how I can help.
Okay. But basically, I mean, the best course of action, it sounds like, is to get all of the specs to you guys and have you build the door for us and then ship it to us, and then we can just get it hung. Then you
swing it. Or your installer is saying, no, we're using hardware that I don't need any preps and it's completely fire rated. That's very, very possible that they need it slab, not so that they can be flexible, but because the hardware that they're using doesn't require any cutting.
Yeah.
You know, so it could be that as well.
There was a fire door that had damage and they're replacing it. That's what this is for.
Yeah, I mean, it's very likely needing to be machined and mortised for hardware, and that's what's technically not permissible in the field, is the bottom line. You know, they can call me, they can give me all the dimensions. I can do what you said, have it made, have it shipped, blah, blah, blah.
That sounds better for me anyway. Then if it's not right, we can fall back on you guys and say, hey, this isn't what we asked for. It shows up and they can just put it on. They don't have to spend a bunch of time damaging what was once a fire door.
And if it's delivered not the way it's described on the paperwork, that's not the client's problem.
All right. Well, that's what I needed to find out for now.
Cool. Again, my name is Richard. Thank you for calling.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.